How is new age spirituality dangerous? I'm going to give a couple examples for that. The main example I can give, and I was a victim to this for a long time, and man, these people were just making me worse, thinking they're helping me. And what I'm saying is this: I've suffered and struggled with certain health karma since I was about 7 years old, and so this new age metaphysical spiritual movement, they would basically say, look, you're manifesting this. If you were higher spiritually, you could get rid of it. Your spiritual nature doesn't have this, which is true. So you need to just recognize that, and then this stuff will fade away. And I would try to do that. I had a movement disorder, and it was so bad that this was when I was, I don't know, about 20. I found this transcendental meditation, and I would try to meditate, right? And I would be going into such, my bones, my cervical spine would be spasming so much while I was doing that, because the life force was stuck in these certain areas, and it would cause it to spasm. And it still happens, but not like what I'm sharing now. So I would be sitting in this chair just almost looking like a convulsion, and then I would tell the teacher, and he'd say, well, you're still getting benefits. If you just got to keep doing it. You got to forge ahead, And I believed him, and so I would keep doing it, and it probably did permanent damage to my neck, So that's one example. Look, not every dis-ease or health situation, you can't just spiritualize that stuff away. Sometimes it's karma. Sometimes your destiny is to have this for some higher reason. And the point isn't to try to wish it away or make it go away or manifest a new body. Like, that's not what the deal is. And the more one tries to do that, the more they're going to fail, or use positive affirmations, I have a great body, etc. Sometimes that's just not what's going on here. It's the ego. It wants to have a good body, or it wants to get rid of certain health issues, which is natural. It's a natural instinct. We don't want to be sick. And so it's demanding to get rid of something it doesn't want. And then it's going to use metaphysical and manifestation principles to try to make that happen. And it doesn't work, and the person ends up suffering more. And the problem is they want it to go away so bad, they end up attracting people who are on that similar frequency, confused, who don't know anything about true metaphysical principles and law of attraction. And so they just parrot what they heard from somebody, and basically are giving the feeling to the person that they're doing something wrong, that they need to get in touch with their manifestation powers, and you need to pray and ask God, like, remove this. And if it's not being removed, you're not doing it right. That's a hellish place to be in. And I think more people are in that state than most, including me, are aware of. And I bet the people who are in it aren't even aware of it. And we can wish that a situation will change so bad that we can actually we can trick ourselves into thinking like, yeah, this is really working. I'm trying this new thing, and I'm getting progress. Like, yeah, God's helping me. And then later it stops working. So then they go to the next expensive manifestation principle teacher, and because they think maybe I was doing something wrong. I'm not doing these principles right. And so the manifestation teacher says, yeah, you're right, man. I can help you with that, though, and then show records of people who manifested $1 million and a new body and all this stuff. That's a bad trap, and it can cause many years of suffering. Because look, sometimes there's mosquitoes. Sometimes we're supposed to have these situations, as I mentioned a little bit before, there's a much higher purpose for it. So, of course, you try to, you don't neglect the body, you got to listen to intuition. It will show you and guide you what to do. So, sure, you try to do things that help make the body more functionable in your life. I also, semen retention is really good for the nervous system. So people that have any kind of weak sensitivity in the nervous system, Semen retention is going to help you. And if you're a woman, preserving your sexual energy is going to help you. But you can go to my other channel and hear all about that, because this is a spiritual channel. Diet. Alkalizing, hydrating chemistry really helps the body function better. I mean, the whole planet, including all the bodies on it, are 90% water or something? So clearly, the more hydrated and alkalized we are, everything's going to function better. These are universal, health laws. It's not dogma or my opinion. It's just what it is. So yeah, I do all in removing stress from your life, either via the people you hang with, the environment you're in, the family, the work environment. You try to get continuity in your life where the stress is down. So yeah, that stuff, that's going to help, And so I'm not saying like there can't be things done to help, but can we get a permanent cure? I don't know. Maybe. But I can't be waiting for that or trying to manifest that, being obsessed about it, because that's just going to cause more pain. So if we're true to ourselves, if there's enough self-honesty and we have enough experience trying things and everything, and we're in touch with intuition, at some point intuition may say somehow, speak soft. That's why it's hard to hear. A lot of people miss it. They listen to the mind, and the ego speaks loud. Get rid of this situation. Oh, yeah. Intuition's like, chill. We can't hear it. When we surrender to a situation, we may find we get the download of why we have it. We see, we like, oh yeah, this is teaching me something. Let me focus and align myself with that level of truth. Let me try that. And then you do that for a while, and you start to see what it does. You start to see how you're growing from it. There's certain situations that can give us a level of humility and compassion for life and people that if we didn't have that, we wouldn't feel it. You see, this is the blessing that we need to be intelligent enough to recognize. And those qualities are 100,000 or a million times more important than if we just have a good, strong, body, for example. Any situation. I'm using this example of the body because it's more extreme, and I think it has more impact. It hits home more with certain people. Because when your spiritual qualities are more activated, which, see, this is all that's important. This is all we take with us when we leave this body, is the level of consciousness that we've attained. That's it. We don't take our good body with us, or all the things that a good body got us, all the material. That we don't take any of that. Take our level of consciousness. So if there's some struggle or limitation in your life or your body, that's perfect compost to get you more in touch with your deeper spiritual qualities, because you have to, because that's your medicine. You see, you can't go do what everyone else is doing, getting dopamine hits everywhere, and that gives them a sense of feeling good, but it wears off. It's a sugar high. You see, you can't do that because of grace. You have a situation, maybe with your body or health or something, you don't have the body to go to do those things and get caught up in this whole rat race of the human world and trying to get this and get that and what's next, and oh, that feels good, oh, that wore off, oh, okay, what's the next thing? Can't do that. Maybe you're limited. So then you got to dive deeper. You got to find your sukha within yourself. And you know what? That's not a sugar high. That don't end. That just keeps going. That stays, it's like eating a fruit that just, it satisfies you forever. Like a really good, mango. I like mangoes. Mm-hmm. I'm in Ecuador, so I get good mangoes. But this health example, it's not the only example. Any situation, making money. There's some people they are not going to make a bunch of money this life. They just not. They can do all the affirmations and manifestation, techniques. They're not going to get a bunch of money. That's just not their karma. Maybe if they had a bunch of money, they wouldn't develop spiritually. So grace is helping you. Grace is not giving you what your ego wants. Grace is giving you what your real spiritual self wants, so that it can activate fully in this human expression. You got to be smart enough to recognize this. Don't keep swimming upstream when you see that maybe that's not the plan. You see, that's very humbling for the ego. Well, what happens when the ego humbles? There's more peace. You're just more chill. You're like, wow, it's so cool. I'm not chasing all this stuff that everyone's doing. And then people come and they're sharing, oh man, listen to my life and look what I'm doing, this and that. And hey, what are you doing? I'm chilling, man. Yeah, that's what I do. You just say like that and you're happy. And then they're like, oh, okay. And they go away and you're like, good. Bye. You want to attract the people that resonate with you, you know? And if you don't attract anybody, you're cool because you got your friend, your lover, your father, brother, sister, everything is inside. You got the ultimate relationship. And then if somebody, you'll attract somebody. I mean, you'll attract your people, but you may need to solidify in this relationship you have inside for a while so that your broadcasting signal's clear. You don't relapse back into the old self. When you're clear about yourself, then you'll start attracting the right people. But because you don't need them. You ever heard that saying, you get what you want when you stop wanting it? It's like a joke from God. You know, so I hope that video helped you. Leave me any questions, comments. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you disagree with or agree with, and just give me something. Okay, have a good day.